My name is Linda Zúñiga. I am a senior at Kutztown University. I'm dual majoring in anthropology and art history with a minor in German communications and studies, and I will graduate in May 2025. Challenges. I think it's easy to say that, like personal struggles that that I have impacted my experience at Kutztown. But I think that's common with really everyone. I think everyone kind of goes through their own things as they're in school, and those are, you know, obviously going to impact them. For me personally, it was lots of just, I guess, personal motivation, feeling like I wasn't good enough or smart enough, or like I was joining the game too late. For example, because I transferred in and then I had started the anthropology degree later. And so I didn't get the full 4 years of anthropology that other students might get. And so I was struggle a lot sometimes with feeling, I guess you could call it imposter syndrome. And so I guess it's something to overcome, trying to remind yourself that everyone is in progress and nobody's complete, and there's, I can't know everything, right? But I can certainly learn as much as I can. And so it's trying to rewire my mindset to be more of appreciative of all the progress rather than focusing on everything I haven't done yet or I've yet still to do, or feeling behind in that sense. So with the KU Bears project, it was actually really the first big research project that I'd gotten to do within anthropology at all. I got involved in it pretty much right at the end of that spring semester that I took intro to archaeology. And so I went and attended the field school and got that experience digging and recovering the artifacts. And um, doing that field school kind of led me to what I wanted to focus on in the KU Bears project. So with the KU Bears, once I got into the lab and got into processing the artifacts and things, I became really interested in construction nails, which I know sounds a bit boring to some people because it's just nails, and they're so ubiquitous and we find them so often at these historical sites and in such abundance that they can seem almost irrelevant to the archaeological record. But what I was finding with the nails is that we can track the changes of the styles of nail throughout time. And with those changes, we can see differences in how they were made. And so at Stoddartsville, which is a 19th century milling village, we were finding a lot of these nails, and some of them were hand wrought, which means that they were made entirely by hand. So they were hammered from iron all down to its final conception by hand. And then as time progressed, the style changed, and so technology changed. Technology changed, and so the style changed. And going from 1815, when the Stoddartsville was founded, up until about 1830s, it was really common for nails to have been hand wrought, or if they were machine made, which started about 1820s, late 1820s, I want to say, they would start to be machine made. But the issue with machine made ones, the early ones at least, is that when they made the heads, they would be non-uniform. They wouldn't be as they'd be lopsided, or they'd just be faulty, essentially, to the blacksmiths and the people making them. They would seem not adequate, or inadequate, I should say. And so what I was looking at with those is, as they changed from completely hand wrought to machine cut and hand headed, that's what I like to call them. I wanted to see if the differences could be tracked, and if there was correlations between the different attributes. So the amount of times that the head was hit with a hammer, the width of the shank, so the length and the width of the actual nail piece, differences in the width and length of the head itself. And so looking at all of those different things and trying to see if there was correlations between craftsmanship, and so like the amount of people making the nails. And so what we were finding at the end is that in the beginning of Stoddartsville, in that 1815 to 25 period, the nails are really consistent to one particular type, or not one particular type, but one particular style. There's a couple different types of nails, but what we were finding is that they were consistent with being made by likely one person. And then as time was progressing, the style starts to change. And so it suggested that they may be getting nails from other sources. Maybe they're importing them from Philadelphia or some other area, or their blacksmith is taking in an apprentice and they're making more nails that way. And so the style's changing. And so we were finding that was consistent with the rest of the things we looked at from there, Stoddardsville, whether that's pottery, it's like that.